Hello everybody, my name is Brad from Into the Darkroom, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your new Design Aglow Modern blog site. What you're seeing now is the initial installation of the blog site. We've already set up a home page, a blog page, and the navigation. We have separate videos for those. You'll find them in our YouTube channel or probably on the support page that you're looking at. So first things first, you got to go to where you logged into WordPress. Go ahead and go to the ITR admin. You'll usually land on the dashboard. The dashboard is just an overall snapshot of your ITDR admin and your blog. You can't do too much on here, so let's move over to the header tab. The header tab is for the header that will show up right here. We'll upload a few images so you can see it. You're seeing these errors because this is a development version for us, and it's not actually a real installation. They should upload anyways, but you should not get these errors. So now that we have our images, you should see them. You have some options along with that. You can change the height a little bit. You can change the animation. You can change the speed between the animations and the advanced speed. You can also turn off the arrows. We'll keep them on for now. So you can see it got a little bit bigger. Next up is your welcome tab. In here you'll see the welcome title description, but you'll also see these intro box title, image, and links. These ones are for the splash images that you can include links to your about page, your portfolio page, etc. And this is more the content welcome stuff. So we'll do this first. And we'll save that so you can see that. See it right here. You'll probably have a little more content than that. And now we'll do the intro boxes. So I already uploaded an image, and in these I'm just going to use the same image, and I'm just going to create fake links. Usually you'll want to link these to your about page or your portfolio page, or your blog, or etc. So now if we refresh, you should see them. And again, they are just the same image, but you'll probably have different images for each one. And when you click the link, it will go to the link that you provided. In this case, they're just fake links, so they're not going to go anywhere, but that should go to your portfolio page in this case. Next up is your design tab. You'll see that you have 4 sub-tabs in here. One is your overall settings, the other is your logo, fonts, and background. We'll start with the overall settings. You have an overall theme color, which is this border right here. We'll go ahead and change that. And then you can also change the width if you want larger or smaller images. So we'll increase the width a little bit. And then you also have your body background color, which is this white right here. We'll keep it white just to keep it simple, but we'll save that so you can see. You can see it got wider, and it also changed that red that we picked. You have your body curve radius, which is the curve around the edges on the top and bottom of your blog. If you don't want any curve, just set it to 0. You also have your border size, which is the size of this red border right here. So we'll bring that down a little bit. And you can see the changes there. We also have our Twitter background color. We don't have our Twitter in yet, so let's just add that really quick so you can see it. And then let's make it a little darker so that you can see that. And you can see the color we just picked right here. Next up is your border color. Your border color is the border that goes between the posts and certain items on the pages, as you can see right here. You also have your header arrow color, which are these arrows right here, so we'll change that. Next is your welcome image title background color, which is the this guy right here. You can change that to a dark color if your text isn't showing up well enough, or any other color that may match your theme. We'll keep it white. Your text field background color is any text field that you have. Usually it'll be your search forms, but it could also be a form that you insert into a page or a post. Next up is your drop shadow size. The drop shadow size, right now it's set to 0, so you don't actually have a drop shadow, but we can increase this, so we do. We'll make this a little darker so you can see. And as you see here, we have a drop shadow going around our border now. Next up is a space between the post images. So for your blog, there will be a space between each image. Right now it's set to 10, but we can increase that or decrease that. And you can see it decreased a little bit. Next up is your logo. You have two options here. You can either type in your logo and change the letter and the text options, or you can just upload an image. We'll do both. So we'll change this to my name photography. And we'll change the text style, bring down the size a little bit, and change the color. And you can see up here that those changes just occurred. And now we'll override that with a logo that I've already uploaded. And you can see it there now. Next is your fonts tab. Your fonts tab includes all the fonts on the blog. So we'll start with our content text style, which is this right here. Right now it's sans serif. We'll change it to serif, and we'll change the color to a darker color, and we'll increase the size of it. Now you can see we have space between text lines. That is a space between these lines right here in your text. So we'll increase that a little bit. Next up is your link color. Your link color is any link in your pages or posts. And you also have a hover color for when you hover over it. You also have your navigation color, which is up here. Change that to red, and we'll change the size. We'll bring it down a little bit. Next is embed font glyphs. This is a tricky one. In our blogs, we actually it's a technique called image replacing the fonts. So basically you can get nice fonts to show up on every browser, on every system. You can turn that off, which will just give you the default fonts that the browser uses, which is usually an Arial or a Times New Roman. So if we turn that off, the navigation won't look as nice there, and it'll turn to the default fonts. So we'll turn that back on. You can change your heading font style, like I just said, because we use that image replacing technique. So we'll change our heading styles, and we'll change our heading colors, and we'll bring down the size a little bit. Now there's a difference between the heading colors and sizes and the post heading color and sizes. So right now we just did the headings, and that will include if there was a sidebar over here, the sidebar headings, and your heading here on the home page, the post heading color is the title of your post, so we will change that, and we'll bring down the size as well, and then we'll go back to the blog, and you can see that that changed. Your Twitter color is the color of the Twitter box on the home page that we changed the background to already. The welcome image title color is the color right here that you see over your welcome images. The footer color, we don't have a footer yet, so let's go ahead and add that. Go to Appearance, Widgets, and you'll see over here you have your sidebar and your footer color or footer bar. We'll go ahead and add both. So we'll just drag some widgets over there. And that was the sidebar. Now we'll do the footer bar. The footer bar has a maximum of 4 that you can include. Now you see here our 4 widgets that we included. They're not very populated because this is a brand new blog. So now we'll go back to our fonts, and we'll change the footer color to a black. This is going to look pretty bad design wise, but it's just so you can see what's going on. Okay, next up is your background. We have a default background here, which you can turn off, and you can just have a solid color that we have here. If you want that solid color to be a gradient, you just change one of the colors. We'll change the bottom color. And now you see the gradient that it creates. If you want an image, you can add one here. Now this is going to look pretty bad, and we'll delete it after we do it, but just so you can see. So now we have a repeating background image. We can also fill the frame so that that very small image will be able to now fill the frame. You probably don't want to use this image, but I think you get the idea. We're going to revert all that back to default. And that changes everything in the Design tab back to how it was. Next up is your Setup tab. You have your browser title separator, which is it goes in the title of your pages at the top of the browser, and it just separates the page name and your blog name. Your footer text or your footer link text is the link to our site right here. You also have your footer copyright, so you can put in your business name. You can embed your analytics code here. You can also turn on or off your sidebar right here to make your posts not actually include the sidebar. Use archived comments as if you decide to use Facebook comments and you've already had WordPress comments in your blog, then the WordPress comments will still show. You can turn them off by clicking false, and now it'll just be Facebook comments. Your date format is wherever the date shows up on your posts or pages or whatever. That's the format it will be. If you want to change the format, just Google WordPress date format and you'll see the different characters and what they represent. The contact tab is for your contact page. You'll see the design will change right now. So in here you can turn on a sidebar, change the width of it, and then type in your email address. phone, your fax, and then your address. Save that. And you can see they show up over here, nice and neat. The next is Google Maps embed code. You can actually, underneath this, embed Google Maps if you have a business location. You just want to grab the embed code from Google. Next is a send contact email from self. This is for certain hosts, like if you host your blog site on Yahoo, then you'll want to turn this on. 99% of the time, you can just leave it alone though. Next up is social media tab. Social media tab, it covers all your social media stuff on your blog. Earlier we turned Twitter on and we included our Twitter username, and that was for the home page. Next is if you want to use Facebook comments in your posts. So we'll show you that really quick. Right now we have it turned on, so you can see beneath here is Facebook comments. If you turn it off, then you will get the default WordPress comments. You can see here. Let's turn that back on. Here is if you want to moderate the comments, you include your Facebook username, or if you want to moderate it on a bigger scale on your blog, then you can go ahead and include your app ID. You're going to need to create that, and that is on our setup page for each blog site. Next are your icons. Your icons on your home page in this blog. You can see the RSS is already turned on, but you can turn that off. We'll keep it on, or anytime you type in a link to one of your social media items, the icon will show up. So I'm giving fake links for now, but I think you'll get the idea. So we'll refresh, and there we go. And they will link to whatever link I put in there for them. Next up is your plus ones and likes and tweet buttons. So on your post, underneath each post you'll have those buttons. If you don't want one of them, you can just turn them off here. Now you only have two. And next up is your language tab. Your language tab is where you change the language throughout your blog. So as you can see on the home page, we have this follow me text right here. If we want to say follow me on Twitter, I can change that. And it shows up. And that's for anything on your blog basically. So if you are actually speaking another language, you can change it all into whatever language you speak, or if you just want to change it up to better match your branding style, then you can go ahead and do that too. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and submit a support ticket on intothedarkroom.com or leave a comment in the video comments. Thanks.